The Faces Podcast, brought to you by Telehelping.
Let's open it up to the people and tell, who is CJ? Who are we chatting with here today?
All right, guys. So I am the really proud founding partner of the greatest law firm in the world that we help people and companies solve problems on Amazon. So if you are a 3P seller and you're selling products, whether it's like, Apple cases or OtterBox or cables or shoes or whatever you're selling, we help sellers deal with Amazon problems like when the listing gets suspended or your account goes down or brands are making complaints against you and all sorts of other things. Amazon loses your inventory. We also, as sellers' businesses matured and they started getting exclusive distribution rights to brands, our business grew to protecting those rights. So we also represent somewhere between 400 and 500 different brands to control who sells their products and to control the pricing and that sort of thing. So we're on both sides of the fence. Our goal is to solve problems that are based upon Amazon. All right, so the early part of my career, the first, 10 years or so, I always represented a handful of entrepreneurs. They were like friends, frat brothers, the people they did business with. But my main cash flow came from actually being in court trying cases, right? So roughly, 14 years ago, give or take, I went through a divorce. And at that time, I told all the judges, hold my cases on the side until I resolved my divorce. And by the time the divorce was resolved, the judges were basically on strike, right? Because they hadn't received a raise for 10 years. They were all pissed off. So I had to find something else to do. And one of the business people that I helped buy an Amazon-based business, we were on the phone or having lunch. He's like, hey, accounts are being suspended. Listings are going down. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you should look into this. I looked into it, and there were two people doing it at the time. And I was like, this is a great thing. It's entrepreneurs, has a lot to do with intellectual property, and neither one of those two had any business dealing with intellectual property issues. And I loved working with entrepreneurs. So with my new life post-divorce, I totally pivoted my career into solely focusing on Amazon. And I've never looked back, and I absolutely adore working with the entrepreneurs every day. It's exactly it. And it happens without warning. Like the larger sellers, they see that the problems are starting to build up, but sellers large and small, they don't know when the hammer is going to come down or if it's going to come down. So it's like, boom, suddenly, and now they're scrambling and stressed, for payroll, and the money's tied up, the inventory's tied up. But all it takes is like one Amazon rep in Hyderabad or Bangalore, and boom, the account is down.